Hello from New York, this is Cycle Chic and the second little tutorial video that I want to share with everyone. I'm going to try to keep this relatively short and go over some fundamentals of editing a video, essentially splitting it into clips and either speeding up or slowing down or reframing those clips that you've split it into. There are countless apps, video software editing applications that you can use. Many you do have to pay for. They'll give you a free trial period. I just use Imovie, which comes with any iPhone and iPad already installed. You may have deleted it on yours. I'm not sure how it works for Android. I'm an Apple person, sorry about that. So I am going to insert here a screen recording of just basically how to open the app and insert a video, how to get started, and we will go from there. So here's a screen recording. This is my not very exciting wallpaper. I'm clicking on this purple icon with a star for the Imovie app. It opens up. I hit the plus sign in the upper left corner, and then I'm given the options of movie or a trailer, and I choose the above, movie. Quick recap, I don't want to lose anyone, so here I'm on my desktop and I click on the purple icon with the white star to open the Imovie app. The app opens to a screen of all my current projects. You can have as many in progress as you want and go back to them or mix and match. I do this all the time. So I'm going to click on the upper left-hand corner with the plus sign to start a brand new project, which I do, and then it brought to the options of movie or trailer. I choose movie, the above. I've never really used trailer. I've tried once, I don't like them. In any case, the next screen that you see is to choose media. So I click the media button in the upper left-hand corner, and now I'm going to click video, because that's what I want, video. So this brings me to all of my videos, and I created a folder called demo that I'm going to use for this particular demonstration. So I clicked on that folder. These are two videos. They're actually the same video, but one is edited, color tweaking, which we'll get to later. So I selected them both. There's no limit on how many clips you can select for a particular project. I have hundreds and hundreds of videos, and some clips I love and I'll go back and use just for a certain effect. In any case, in this folder for this video, just have these two. I say create movie, push that button on the bottom, and here we are. Once you create your movie, the screen pops up and you're at the end of the last clip. So the first thing I do usually is scroll to the beginning, and to do this I'm using the frame bar in the middle of the screen that you're seeing here. It just slides back and forth quickly and corresponds with the larger screen viewer above. So here we're watching my original video, which was pretty horrible. Like, the subject matter was great, but my framing was off. You could see my bike handlebars, and it just has a really amateur look to it. And to be fair, this was one of the first videos I ever posted. So far I've just scrubbed back and forth using the frame bar in the middle, and here I start clipping. So first things first, you kind of want an ideal start spot. So for me, to catch this kid doing his awesome tricks on his bike, he was just happened to be right in front of me in Central Park, and I had the camera on. I want him to be in my lead frame. So I'm going to use the scissor icon on the bottom row, the bottom left. You see it's highlighted, exactly where I want the split to be. And now I see that split in my frame bar. I don't want that beginning frame where my subject matter is not in view. So I go highlight just by clicking on the first clip, as you can see here. And then the scissor icon is still highlighted at the bottom, and that gives me the additional options of delete, which I select to delete the clip. The other option there was duplicate, which is also very useful when you want to duplicate a clip and move it around, reuse it. Sometimes it ties a video together well to duplicate a clip. For example, using it at the end as well as the beginning creates a little bit of symmetry. We'll get into that later, and all of the other buttons. For now, just concentrating on the very basics, making your video into clips so that you can delete and change the speed and reframe individual clips. If you didn't separate your video into clips, then any change that you made would apply to the entire video, as you'll see here. When I select the remainder of the video, it's in yellow, it's highlighted, and I'm going to change the speed. I'm going to replay that process of changing the speed for you here. So on the bottom row of icons, next to the scissors, is the speed, the time button, which is used to speed up and to slow down. So you actually have a lot of control over the speed. It's in little ticker increments, and I took it all the way down to the next to the last, so the step above the slowest. I see I changed my mind and went to the very slowest setting for the speed. Doing this is a good way to start in general because it's easier to edit a video when it's moving by more slowly. You have more control, and usually you start out slow and you build up. That's how songs usually start, how narrative drama starts, etc. So here I'm letting the movie play very slowly, and it's actually going very, very slowly because I've slowed down this clip of the screen recording. And quickly I see a part that I don't like, my handlebars are there, and I want to reframe it. So here I made a split, same thing using the scissor icon, bottom left, where the handlebars started to come into frame, here you see. And I'm going to clip off on either end where I want to zoom in on the action, the kid on the bike, and get my handlebar basket thing out of the picture. So what I'm going to do here is clip on the other side of where I want to reframe. So I kind of wait until the bike part, my bike, is out of view. And now I'm going to make another clip with the scissor icon bottom left. So now I've separated this segment. I go back and highlight that particular segment. Now, when that segment is highlighted, you'll see in the main frame, in the main viewer, in the upper right-hand corner, there is a magnifying glass. I'm going to press that. And as you can see, once I press the magnifying glass, it says pinch to zoom. So I use 2 fingers, like you do with any picture, to enlarge it. And now you can see that I have reframed this particular segment with the subject matter, the biker kid in front of me, better in frame, and at the same time cutting out what I didn't want, the parts of my bike. So now I'm out of the pinch to frame mode, and I'm letting the video roll. And it breaks here. I'm checking the breaks between the segment, which is a really good habit to get into, because you're always splitting and you want to make sure that there's good continuity from one clip to the next. Here I wasn't satisfied with the continuity between the clips, so I wanted to keep the subject matter, the kid on the bike, in the same position frame, so I used the exact same methodology with cutting off the tip of the second clip. So I split it, then highlighted it, then cut it. I did all this just to prevent having this jumpiness between the clips. It looks ratchety almost. So you want to keep, your subject matter, at least something in the same place. So I matched them up basically between the two clips. Now, gosh, this is taking a long time with everything slowed down. We're like 3 seconds into the video. I am taking this next segment and I'm going to speed it up a notch. So, same thing. I highlight the segment, and this is going to apply to the rest of this clip, this whole video. And then in the second to left bottom row, the time button, the speed button, I hit that and take the timer bar, the little snail turtle thing, up 1 notch. Now again, as the habit I've gotten into and has served me well, I go back in between the split, the breaks between the two clips, and make sure that there's not a big jump, which just looks funny, that there's good continuity, and I think I'm happy with it. So we continue letting the video roll just to preview, see what it's going to look like. And here I make another small change. I move the speed button up 1 increment and continue to let the video roll. And soon see another area that needs reframing, because there you see my handlebars peeked in. So on the viewer scroll bar in the middle, I back it up to right before the handlebars peek in and split that segment. And so now, and I think for the rest of this, I'm doing the exact same thing, splitting segments in order to fine-tune the speed of that individual segment and or reframe. Right there, you can see I got into the pinch to zoom screen by pressing that magnifying glass and reframed. So I'm going to let this roll as I edit the rest of the video. I'm just splitting off segments and fine-tuning the speed and the framing of the individual segments and ensuring that there is good continuity between the frames. You get really, really quick with this. It was painful to go through it this slowly. So essentially what you're seeing me do here is go up on the speed 1 increment at a time by splitting off small segments so that it seems smooth. Likewise here, I'm just splitting off a segment and highlighting that segment and then magnifying glass, which brings me to the pinch to zoom and reframing that segment. Same stuff here, just speeding up, slowing down, reframing. And finally, I think this was just a 47-second video. I went through it very slowly, tediously maybe, for teaching purposes. But I review the whole thing, and then I'm going to, if I'm happy with it, press done and then save it. So I added back the original music. We'll show you all about that later, all kinds of audio, and let's see. for this demonstration, and here is the original clip. So I hope you all can appreciate the difference between the two clips. This I was going to get to, but this is already such a long video for a 40-something second clip. This is just color tweaking on my MacBook, like make the clouds pop and the grass a little greener. Essentially just upping the saturation, the color saturation, and the contrast. I might have used color curves, but it's this exact same crappy footage all out of frame and with my bike bar handles. That's the process for pretty much any video. Lots of splitting and changing of speeds and changing of the framing, zooming in on people. It gets a lot more interesting. Maybe this was a boring example, but I don't know. The kid was pretty badass on his bike. So yes, that was editing 101, the most basic tools in your toolbox. And there's so much more that you can do and so much more that I want to show you. Hopefully we can go a little bit faster next time, but I didn't want to leave anyone behind. I hope you all will try for yourself what I have just shown you. Take any video that you have. If you don't have a video, gosh, make a video of anything and pop it in on iMovie and try editing it. It's fun. You'll see. I hope you liked, and I hope if you haven't already, you'll subscribe and like the video and watch more. Watch my other videos and comment. Ask questions if you have them. Tell me what you'd like to see, learn about next. And I will see you next time. Atuta loa.